Yashe and Samano Asadiana Yashasie Ewa Mampeni Nakache Mampeni Nanadu Dankwa Akuffo Etrese Abatwo ye baso December 7 no Wabeyana Femudie Bia Sebeya Sumje Kwan so na fenso Emwada wano muna periperio Aba.
The people of Ghana deserve no less than to be given the best atmosphere in which to choose freely their next president and parliament. I intend to ensure that our reputation as a beacon of democracy and stability in Africa and the world is maintained.
On Ghana's economic challenges, President Akuffo says enough measures have been put in place to normalize the situation.
Steering the ship of state through the deeply troubled times of the COVID-19 pandemic and its aftermath. It's been a very difficult time, but I believe most of us can see that we are now turning the corner and returning our economy back to normalcy and revive growth. The growth that made our economy one of the fastest growing economies in the world in the years prior to the outbreak of the COVID pandemic. We did it in the past, we will do it again.
Yatwa and Samono Esodiana near and Samedati Memufodu Wanano, Ya Wonomo Ekase, a Japadia Dewey, Ababeto and Montine so, Ya Womutre say, a Yachim Fono and a person of a quine be so, Eddie wa my Ghana, Eddie Boswano, and I'm so, Emma Penny Foba Montine, Eddie Batu just so, a yes, I Japadia document no crown, no Caribbeanim, and no, and a John Dramani Mahama Ekase, a one mudidi ye pass and no Caribbean anymore, said ye a year document no, Ababeto and Montine so, and a washer document Nidiana and ye me woman also, and no one more a year and I say yes, sir, anything.
Is we need to hold this government accountable for the hardship, the crisis that they've subjected Ghana to, for the state capture that they have implemented in Ghana over the last 8 years. Buying every state property, buying all the government lands, amassing wealth to themselves. Recently, there was an issue about a document called Ejapadia. They said it's fabricated. But even if it's fabricated, the implementation is not fabricated. Because everything that is written in that document has been implemented. So if really somebody sat and fabricated that document, then the person can really read the minds of people. Because how they could have written that document and read the minds of Nana Akuffo and his family, that this is what they were going to do, that person is a proper creative writer. Because everything in that document has been implemented. And so the implementation cannot be fabricated. So they must be held accountable. And that is why Nanado says he will not hand over to John Dramani Mahama. Because he knows that when I come, I'll hold he and his family and his government accountable for what they have done. And so, they want their vice president to take over from them so that he can come and cover their backs. It is not going to happen. NDC is going to win the election, and those who have made the people of Ghana suffer by misappropriating the wealth of the people, by abusing their office, will be held accountable for what they have done.
Mami Jean Mensa, a Jim Treni, Yawada, Electoral Commissioner, ano, Eda Atonsa, Edia Fre, a man penny for, when you depa, a war abatu, a more say, one woman in our carbomu with me a boy, a baby mai.
As we all know, good governance is a foundation of a healthy democracy. It is essential for ensuring that the electoral processes are fair and just. We must seek to build confidence and trust in our work and in our processes. And we should promote inclusive and participatory electoral processes and thereby build confidence in our institutions. Trust and confidence are essential for the legitimacy of our electoral processes and the stability of our democracies. We must empower women leaders within our organizations and around us. We must work to promote the empowerment of women leaders in EMBs by providing opportunities for training, mentoring, and capacity building. We must enhance electoral integrity, and by so doing, we must advocate for and institute gender-sensitive policies and practices so as to ensure that the needs and perspectives of women are taken into account, and that we create a more inclusive and representative electoral process. In Ghana, for example, we are waiving the filing fees for women candidates for both presidential and parliamentary by some 25%. Not only women, but persons with disability. We are waiving the filing fees by 25%. Additionally, we've waived the accreditation fee for the media. Hitherto, and prior to 2020, the media had to pay a fee to be able to observe the election. But since 2020, we've waived the fees for the media, allowing more media personnel to observe the elections nationwide, and therefore creating an inclusive process. Again, during our various processes, be they registration or on election day, we make special arrangements for pregnant women and nursing mothers, as well as persons with disabilities. Indeed, I deem it historic because this is the first time all 9 female chairs of election management bodies in Accra assemble in one space to reflect, take stock, share experiences and best practices, and propose strategies to chart the way forward for the greater participation of women in decision-making, in election management, and across all sectors. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to especially welcome the women who have blazed the trail and set the stage for other women to follow. You have demonstrated that women occupying key positions, such as heads of election management bodies, is not only possible, but also essential for the advancement of any society. And here I'd like to welcome all of you specially. Indeed, you've blazed the trail, and you've set an example for many women to follow. Very often I hear people saying, oh, this is a hot seat. How do you manage this? It's as if the whole world is on your shoulder when you meet people. And so, by taking up this role, you've really demonstrated that yes, we can. Yes, it is possible for women to occupy this sensitive position and excel. And so we applaud you. And you have each shown that with dedication, hard work, and the right support, women can lead and excel in the area of election management. Indeed, our collective achievements are a reminder of what is possible when we break down the barriers that limit women's participation and create opportunities for women to lead.
About what Benediana campaign no Kwana Elkoswo, Yanamso, Emma, Assistant Commercial Virginia, Yara Kennedy, a Japan, and a Ghana for a Chichun Como, na Ninkasa Yamuno, what say, and Crepa, say, and which Renedy a dosso, Ewo May Munensono, what did ye, say, and Pipia Manu Kono, one must share for Fra, what did Begua Ponsunibetimiabua, at the San Huchirano, at the Fihokra.
Admit your mistakes before you can convince anybody to vote for you. If you ignore the hardship Ghanaians are going through, they will never accept what you are saying. You first have to admit that there are hardships. But then when you want the time of the Ashia, they move you. Let's give NPP another chance And I know we've all learned our lessons. We are not going to sit back. We will have Dr. Bawumia, the Vice President, who is elected. I've been talking to him. We'll share ideas, all the ideas I have. And I was telling Ghanaians during the campaign, I'm not going to keep it to myself because I didn't win. Then I'm not in the trouble.
Yatwaso ewo apa manya kobo mensineno emuna eho and ababeto just say eye NDC echitaifo no dodo na ate wo hu ediegu emontene so awonum de apomudi nante ahehye so ni nane se wo bo hu de 24-hour economy no ehu de ru na wonum ebo
Upper Manyakobo constituency parliamentary candidate NAD Jumedio no enimsanso Edamante Mumpenifo branch executives mentioning penifo Ebertai Jumedio no echia wanyina ebo 24-hour economy no ehu de wi wo kire se nyuma ebebusuwa mu bibie nyebiaye wonom nso a woye wankasa wadwuma no ebekoyie ede ama woni na ensuo ni nkania ya ne boaye dedindini na wo behwe na watete so sanso ena ahyentuabo no ebeba fom kra wonom nso epese eyekua adwuma mekire agriculture ni na no so wonsabeka na sapepe pesanse aban anasa ndisi aban no baso a wonom behwa ma bibibia akoyie ede ama wo manfo owura Bismarck tetenya ko ene Ctv Kasiebo etwetwe nkomo etrese
so that within the power consumption to attract new. So that's one of the benefits of next week. I'm sure we'll outdoor festival in Ghana. I'm sure the food will remain. So stay tuned.
David Kwame Tete Eye NDC epoye mantem wodwem treni ya wotoso mienu.
So this is a nice opportunity for the constituency to do something to ginger the grounds, and that is what is happening. We have restarted, and that is what we are saying. I say we crowd watch now. Battery no, I say auto watch battery for now Ghana. I watch what battery from head to toe. The presidency have been so corrupt that they don't even want to listen to any meaningful person in this country anymore. And then, you know, now I say Ghana for Emma Yenya and Impri, who are check to not joining forces with the National Democratic Congress. Now me take power so that we can stabilize this economy and put Ghanaian people to work. So Upper Manya is not
Nekwakwamu Ctv Kasiebo any echitaifo ni bi ekasai.
You know yourself that the things are not good. Things are not going well. For now, even in a kid today, when you tell a kid to even vote for this government, you will never do that. Because you can see, logically, if you can see, and when we are here, they said 72 billion has lost in the country. Listen to me, 72 billion. When we talk about 72 billion, when we get into dollars, it's $6 billion. And we went to IMF to go and take 3 billion. Meanwhile, 6 billion has lost in our country. What are we doing as a country?
Bismarck Owakumapa and Tom Mama so Owakumapa. They pay because youth no ya done. And I person young in this, and I end this is here there. Obia pay this. Ghana my obia pay this soon. Youth meaning John Mama no or pay youth. And I Akumapa so Akumapa the boy youth. And John Mama ba the bedi it. And I back was so it is
Yatwa en samuno esodiana lejokuku mashebejeni ene kasano wasiwo wano de wogidi ye pa December 7 abatwo no ebedru so no wano ankasa ni dibre na wo teso no wobenya sa dibre na no wogidi ye sane manfo ensesa no eno no wonum bisa ne se wo na eba no okobo wasiwo dabi wonsuro hwe okobo de we ye bia enye ne hukra ne samuno sen wodi tuja
Already, Eden semi to Jabrana when it adishie, Yawama Yukunum, Edutrinko more Empesiano eso, and what they etu just say. Bibi actually say, a fee dear, and Kunumdiano, Ebeko Ediamano. Now, Shem Frama, air boy, ya, a yense San Frama. Naturally say, air boy Fagana, Fanenama, about one whom Kunumdie, Aqua Manama Yukuno. Inti Mebruno, enye Jumaden, na Ubia Famana Sepubian Twinchain, na one prempe to me in one side, Chay, Bibia. One ma one metimi anka ensemi na wo pa amanyuko working youth and as a youth working committee ho entoma and so ade hunu ni se mebune enchinchine nunu kon hanwa enkoba amanyuko no ho dawuru papa emfa nchira de hye na afi and this amanyuko no emfa abenwa no entna so
obagbele oki okay wale Oka Solomon, Oka Fatamo, Oka Shiba, Baya, Mami, Noka Mambi, Aka Enese, Asha Fio, Asha Bibiope, Aka Kuriapa. No, Tommy, my year. End this Nojibo. Ni oleke boko e na na no boko e kombo boko ti tibu e anyami memo he onu ke won yi ni mo ta ke emme sinini ka wo yi edda ella efa
Kane titine ni ma NDC amanyuku no ora Samuel Fusu ampofo na wo dwumedie no ase okasa Ede futo to mebuna ni mo say.
It is about the future of this country. And number two, I say, I can't be not on my Ghana, no, almost 2 years, combat Ghana and son of my free so. Now, young men and young women, no, the future of this country, no, if it is being mortgaged by the MPP government, led by Akuffo and Dr. Baumia, then there is no future for the youth. I have come to charge you, sir. We have to work very hard to stop them from mortgaging the future of this country. By ensuring, sir, there should be unity among all of you. Because it is only when there is unity that we can galvanize our energies and win the election.
Ora edujita maklo mrenim ni enso kasebi echre se emebunu no enwenta so safi die beye bia enkunumdie no eko ama NDC amanyoku no
every bedroom to bedroom. So boy, we need to ensure that the election of 2024 produce only one outcome and one outcome. So boy, and John Dramani Mahama presidency and Ben Ayiku as the member of parliament retain. So boy. Now let me tell you, Okonboy believes that he has money. But I can assure you that the good people of Lejokuku are not cheap. So boy, the good people of Lejokuku are not cheap.
National Security Minister Ira Kandapa NHS was share a year offensive mine na ebo enunti offensive mine hene eye nana dwamena akenten ya wotosumienu wahye wonu mu bosse wo behwe agire bambo mutare e wo offensive mine na offensive no wonu ma eye asase ho mentum me ho asini na se asase mansu ni na no wo behwe se ano bebrase
Afi akwasida fashase ena osoafoi editu dwa wo bo na nanom ahemfo abaso e wodwumaso na wo bo abo omeya somdwe ho ban osese entokwa bi ni timpotemu a enananom enedika akọ wonom na nso kohwe na wo bo asiesie ma somdwe ya atwuma enti eba amamuo ene oman ho ntotoya osoafoi kire se ananam hemfo dimu akotene pa ansampo ena edurusoro ho
schools bebre hospitals bebree enso ne schools no wo fa ni nyina wa ha emu ba duoson wotwe ya tutum esan se ntokwa a esi kurom ho won kan kire wo bat won ko school wonim so kwa wo ma ena hospital ni doctor bebree enso no wo yare a ana sabi kura wo yele kura ne bia wo wo ma no nko esan se wonim so kwa wo free wo fie ni fie akọ no wonim de ebeto no na ewiase no won kire wo a ya na wuhuru enoma ebi
offenso manhene na na dwamena kenten ya woto sumienu ebra wo ma osoafo yi akwaba editu just say osoafo no ebo no homoden pa eboa omen puntu na mpo ebra wo no yedini si ade so no wonam ne nkyerɛkyerɛ so aka ne ho aboa no amasesebere waduru baabia waduru ofasa akonya no so ede esre enyoma pa ede ema security personnel so na sa won ma ye adwuma awbambo adwuma iku ahodo no mu wo Finso North and wo Finso South stress be yanka osoafo no kwa wontwe na nimre won mu ka na mu ama won dwumadi enye contembrantem
no ana me di kai sa se mi wura se me din kabo mu ne kroye ene ne kredie na me be bu wo man e anti mani so ko ba ka ri se ni so ni se nkumia de ya pere bi wo ha na mehwe osinye no ni pe dia hye me sa na mehwe ni fo se me badam fifie die mu se obetimi aye ne apia woto bia eso we o da wani ahbe nkum ne fa wo nche ho a ahire mu fo ni akonkodi asefo nkwana enye ba ko ya me fa mu nko ade benkum ne fa nyina me ka wo mu nyina bom ya hye da ye be hia ne aye nka bom ba kasa ahire MP MC party chairman who we dia chire nyina ne se moma mo kasa enye de anti yewura wa dawroma ma chire enso so yewura ye biara e me srewara ka mo pick up be ye mienu a ha de dozo mi busa ba ko busa se de aseka tie se ana bo hatie
chiame osufojo ejina offenso adehye anemu eda na dwamena kenten ene mpanyefo a eboa na hini ase se wonom atu won ho asi ho ama asomdwe ne nkabo mu ada ne bre obohu dewuro
omoboa ebere nyina no e bi be ko bia no yenko na nya kabo na odisi anko a abodwane o nyina ka wona adehye ne taneti a na no se nyina so mbedu te ne wakasa yi ba na sa ne yepe se wo hini bia so eba emfa ho no de otawo ahini de the politics ye be to abai e be ko baby but wo abai win no o ka o nyina ebom te dase se ono so o start na o ka obia ebom oba yi nkonya maso ho nyina no bi o court nyina no o frefra de se nyina esi e be se akomadan afrepa de fo nyina no mo kasa enkenkesu e brother kura yi ye be ko enkenkesu se wa fiase a otu anamo papa so be kan be nyina bomu be ne se emo ne bomu a ene yese ya di na se e wa adwempa ne anamo pa otuma fesoman
sebeye na sidie ahye binom afunumuma enti ena lejekuku ma hyebedwani eyewura Benjamin Ayuku akwakotua bills ahodo ediama binuma ewo teshi community hospital wakyerese safo ni na no bibinti wonum ntimi entua wonum bills na akoyese watumi akofia kwakoka obusuafo ensa eno enam so ma Ctv Kasiebo ene no etwetwe nkomo wo penino enkasaye mu no wakyerese wei eka na woda dwumedie no ehu ne kakawa wo betimi aye ediama ne manfo ebini
Onumnyamfo Benjamin Awuku editu dwa se emfaso bi amba so se edru awoda na obeto pono abodwa ma omanfo abedidi anum akoro wa bra obi nso da ya asabia sebe ne hospital bill kura wontimi ntua enti wode atona koma so se ebere bia obedni na woda no wobekọ apomuden bia na wonom a wontimi ntua wonom apomuden ho eka ahodo a wabo no tumi eyi afiri hodi ama wonom esansa apomuden ho nsem de eni hwe nse ewiase emu nemum efutuo kakra wode eto omanfo anim woni se ebra waje wonom aya asa awie no ebere so se woto aba womra bonten wonduduom no meto aba ɛma nkunimdie nyane dia ɔse wei no ɛyɛ daadaa de a wɔyɛ ɛbrɛ mpa na ɔwɔ opposition no ɔyɛ nti wɔn ma egyinagyina nkyɛn pɛ kyerɛ sɛ wɔde ɛpɛ vote no nyinaa no wonya ade wɔka ne sanse nya ade a wonim ne wɔka kwan bia so.
And then this is not the first time of doing such initiative. Even before I became an MP, I was doing it. I went to Lekman Hospital to pay for the detained mothers. Our mothers, sisters who are delivered and they've been detained because of debts that they are owing to the hospital. And just this year, I think early this year, January, the new year, I also went there and discharged all the missing mothers and other patients who are having health issues. I have passion for health. You know, the health needs of the people is very dear to my heart. So I've been doing a lot. Even this very clinic, early part of this year, I came here to innovate the place. You can see the whole place has been given a facelift. I also bought some equipment for them.
Ora Sama Moses, ejina, omanfo anemu, eda wonmunyamfo yi ase, to omanfo nso animu ose.
Looking at the state where it is located, it needs expansion as compared to the clinic with that of the community. You know, the community is highly populated. And because it's highly populated, most of them, even if you refer them to go to Legma, you don't want to go to Legma because that place, if they stress them, go and do this, go and do this, go and do this. And then besides that, you know, at this particular place, the people are poor that when they go there, they can't afford certain facilities like the labs and other things because probably if they go there, they might do co-payment even though they have insurance. So most of the times when you refer them, they don't want to go. So if we can get support that will upgrade the facility mostly. As our Honorable is building up the clinic over there, we're encouraging that he can able to fast track the thing so that we can move to that place and use this place for a different purpose because this place is very limited. The facilities are not there. So we need a modern facility whereby we have the maternity, we can have a theater to take care of the growing population.
I was now for your home Kasiebo Sutiawa, your bus is here, Menko Bibia. Medase mensan Emma wakwa bio se when you were feeding no free her ebusan for Ctv enumere mu no Ctv Kasiebo ena wo hye no osore kase no esosa bredia ene na ko Facebook and say YouTube my Ctv GH de mu live ewo hono mo sa ebeka ensem bi wo wia no wato amane wo yonko no hunia ekoso afa yetwa ensem no eso yakwa epoye mantemu na eho ena dehye wo quarantine abutan ye wo kwawu afam plains mensine no emu wonu mo kire se wo mo bridge a wo faso no bridge na ebubu aye condemn kra wo srempanifo wonhwe wasem na wonu mo nka anya sa pade a December 7 abato no wankasa befa wo ho adwen
Kwanti abutan eye krokito bi ebe ma mekroboni krobe yesenum wonumade awaye wo hopote ene se wodofu wonya atosudie wonya baire banchi bidie ene ne ekeka ho na wonumo hene nana siedu akra ekire se wonuma kwan ne di akwan bone pa enye na mahonde a woni bisuku eno soso abo wonum na senkra enso ahyase etotono enam so mane memu ayedin pa sitinemu ayedin edi ama wonuma ewo kro ne so na wonuma hwere apemfo mienu ye wowo ene ka wonum a akwakoya rahosem ye pa edi ama kromafo wosra ban wonuma wonsem wobie wonuma ekebie wo mu se wonhwe na wonuma kwan no wonyi fema wo mo bridge na ebu no so no wonye bibie emfa ho
ya kwan nye crop sabotan ye ni light crop sabotan ye ni chi compound crop sabotan ye ni pipe crop sabotan ye ni daycare crop sabotan ni bibia adubana e free crop sabot enkran ha crop ha ekonkran no bebre free crop sabotan esa se crop sabotan no ekura enkrobe enum ye crop sabotan ne edomo ehye nyina ani mi nkura meka ni nyina ne say bridge kaka ni ehia na dawro ma ye hwe ni be na atwe be mienu akabo so minyum ne eto aba se bridge ya ntu bi dia dia ekura bi bobodi nyina no ye befa e ho adwene na ehu kura befa so ne me odukura me okura tiabotan ne me kan no sense uyire ni ntino e ma mienu apemfo mienu ebe wuye na mboje eto obaako ensu ayiri yentimi fa ne ntwa wonso ono wuye second one eno so saa afia mu owo ka abrantie bi eno se de bedu ensu na yiri yentimi fa ne ntwa ono wuye ya nyabre ko ya nyabre ko
eno twe adehye ni bi a wonumu buefu pa ekire se emro so saban ebetwa nani ahwe wonumu
tutobra akuafo yentimi nkwafuom obeso no asan esa na kom de ye titiri enkwala no so omutimi nko school sa de ne ye ha opa
den be wanwa se oba atan bosome nkono na awa ka no esan se ye bridge ne enye na ensuo ni tumi yiri na obi nko obi manti apemfo ni wu nti yesra aban ye de adesrede eto nanim ye pa ne chew yesra no onhu ye mmobo na ye ma ne nso na ye ntumi nwonfa ye ho fa ye ma yesra ban no onye bridge ne maye ye ha odoso nanso de etu nanim kase no ye bridge no yesra no maye bridge no maye na oye bridge ne maye a ye ni hwamo
aban we de yesra wa ye kwan ne ntimi ye motokin rada ntimi ko follow de be carbon kana che ntimi ntwa nsuo no nti yesra so be bridge ne me na ntimi fa no ba ne nkokrobo na ye nnuanom so nya bi ndi ye so ye nya bi ye hye ho
bridge ne maye etimi tina fie more than 3 months ne yekutifie so yesla bamba bridge ne maye
yatwa ensamano esodia na eye chebi mahene ede afutuo eko ama mebunu nina se wonu mo hwe se suban bone a eboman ebi nso ese wonu mo daache no wobetwe won ho ede efri ho sanse ebetimi aha wonu mo pa wode nsam yetudwa ewo apomudi nanti a wonu mo de hyehye so
Jumedi we eka ochihini na finsha na etoso edununum 25th anniversary ne ho ene wadi jumedi we hihye so a woteresa wadi tinitire wompomu na afenso edenkabomu aba wonum ni na entem apomudina ntie we no wohyase anopa no nsia ekonante zonal centers ahodo a ewoche bi ebitise potoasa ene odumasi nipa dodo na ene beta jumedi no echi a ya potoase hene eye berima na ansa sasreku ya wotosumienu edi wonu menim enanti ku no su bebre na berima na ansa sasreku ya wotosumienu ene Ctv Kasiebo etwetwe nkomo de sansemwe etudwa
nunti na ye nyina so aboyen sa ama memeku amigina akwa amene na adwuma 90 years ama wabo amenyama bebre
yampa
eti so ye bibisa se so ye boa no na otimi ye ma ade ne timi bam
yampa
nunti ama ye nyina ye so yetimi bo eni se oya bemu wa na usiso a school utimi ko school na owie school kwa adwuma utimi pa adwuma na embrabo ne nyama bia ya de ehun hihye mu no eno de yentimi mboa ye enunti se yetwe ehun fi saa nyama no so na pia na yetimi nya adwuma bi na ya brabo mu so utimi ekoye man masama but I say adwuma sem ne nyama bia eni ho na de ade ntimi ena mo biare ni so kire saade ba tempenfo no so tu ho na mo ama obi an so betimi anya ne sabetimi akona no eno so ye tempenfo tu ho na mo saade ni nyina so be de ye so betimi atwa benima nana ansans kudi second
wonu mede won ho ehye dwumedie ni mo ede aseda piesie ekomanana se wode dwumedie we ehye so
sere won etu on fubia se wan fa school sam anye school sam na wan ko school na odi bia bi anpa ani na se odi wi sam esi wali so ana tramo ana se galante ya bai na odi achi na wa brabo ansi ya ko se bia ona na bia wo fi na obi otete wo na wan tete wo nso na yen ne sa na tete wan kasa wa brabo enti e be sra mo se omo sukuu sam enye adwuma awo
ye isi so no sabre na wiase nya din se na ne ayedi se mi je ho me kasa kura no mawofo antimi amfa ma nya den an kusku ese no sabre no na wo mu bibiri nte bedum yen breso no wo mo antimi anhwe yen ishi mebunu mesre wo nya godo asem na school akasa na wo mu kokoko no wo mo ani nya den embra ho se be ya daachi bi yenye bo nkokora ne yetete wo ne se ebia ye ntimi nya bibi ni ya no matimi aba be den wo matimi aba be buayen
seti wapum bi say ne say maye no na ko mu ofie no amenye na mapum no wo fam ba ne na me be ye no mapum aye yeda na se na mi go shira no short man nyina yeda na se pa yeda se no a eni aye yeda na se na mi shira no ka ne ho no na ho den no mu nyina no chi nyɛ ba ko mu ne fefe yeda na se
Best Scholars Preparatory School ewo eye achia se eye Kwabre East Mensino no emu na wedi wa finshia na ye toso edio no wono mu kira wo hyase kakre bi na so ene watete asuafo bebre na eye wani gisempa Ctv Kasiebo ye to also
Wabra school yi ediom fisha na eto so eduonu michire 20th anniversary na headmaster Emma school ora Paul insowa editu dwa ekire mfasode a ewo school ehun ne hia ehia se awofo ema omma akọ school wo kire se awofo ema omma ekọ school a eya na amofra no enya dachi papa
adio efa awofo ne se besemo bidimisa semo se enne omma ye dachi ene ye mayi enumesua pa ewo mamu a ye kokofo ene ye ma enti yesre mo se mo ma no adisua hu enkumo na mo nkomo ni nte beboa won niema bi a obehia se mo beboa won school mu no atimi aboa na won so daache no bra ya ye mre no ye mo friends abeso ye mu wo ye mre ye mu aboa ye nti se awurade bɛte yɛn nsa afrɛ yɛn.
Wakasa wiye na proprietor Emma school yi Orake Amwa enso ekasa school yi ende swade hunu eho.
Yani swade hunu se Ghana ponim se obia wosua de a okuta pen enko a eneye enipa papa debi. Se yeko yennuanu me English po ba. Akwala no so na ya hwe ase e pen talent ekuta no. Eninti ye hwe talent no ama o sambre ya. So ba no de wonim ye bia no bo na ma ne ye eno na best college ye de si ye ni so sa akola bia ade a wonim ye no e se ye bo na wo ye ni ye se de be ya se wo wie school na se wo ma me entimi anto a wo so kra na wo be kuta nsa no adwuma na wo me ye burden e ma Ghana aban enu nti ene ye se adwuma di ni.
Ni krakra mono ekua ejapoma ena suku yi ehye ne nunyam sanso bo na baso se wono ena e osuani a wo bo ne homodin ye pa e wo school ni mu nam so e ma ye den se echi ba e full scholarship e de ma no eno akire wone ensemtwerefo e kasai
da obi bia obeta mechi eni teacher ko mu ani na se say kenyo mu ankan ne ka ni na ha ni se omo mo ka se best college e gulu dabi mi gulu ye pretty sure your best college na misa o ma wo am di ni ye action ni na say na mi na hanu ma ya staba ma best college ni na ni mo just boy wa ni na
only overall best
Abusiafo yencha yeni nko JDA ensemo. Wajedi ensem emuno eye chief executive officer ya wono eneda Ghana Cocoa Board ano eye Cocoa Board eye Ora Joseph Bwahin Edo edinsembi atuja ensema woka ene se obesre ankrankre no wonfa wonhu enhye eye cocoa processing subsector no emunetimi aboye papa amadwumedi a wonumu eye no etumi etumpon akonenim wokasa no ene wo kire se sade beye na production anase wondwumedi no adoso na epeja nemu enti ene wodisa ensemwe no etudwan no so betimi aboa ama eye cocoa no raw beans no enfasode bebre abaso wode nsem yetudwa ewo grande bana ekoso ewo Pim Mampong eye wonum cocoa festival no na owura aboahene kire se ene sadia enema bo esifa eyeden na ahokyere adoso wo memu no wonum ede won hu ehye eye cocoa dwumedie ne mu a ebetimi aboa ye papa sanse sabre die Cocoa Board watoto ne niema yie pa ya wo boa ene enipa bi nso eka bomu meche private investors no ehwe se wonum dwumedie a wodie ne na no ebetumi etumpon ede ama wonum enunti and watch the say who be here say empanifo ni na ye wo private sector no wo behwe se wode wo ho ebeje eye cocoa processing no emubi detimi aboa wono mo watch say investment we kra no ebetimi aboa ama enwuma bebre na nso ebusu ama mebunu ni bi aye wono mo nso a eni adwuma ye no wonsa ebeke bi ama wono mo nso etumi aye afen so wo hye kwaye a wono mo di cocoa no ko ama hodo so nso a ebetumi akonenim ye pa na se wo betimi aye ni ye enunti no wopeni edisa ensemwe no edi atudwanti wo kire se cocoa production no ene cocoa processing dwumedie we no enfasode bebre na ene wo so nti sabre de ankrankre wono munsiesie won hu mboaboa won hu pa na wonhwe se wo betimi ni Cocoa Board aka bomu na wonum edi dwuma no. Afe yanko enijidie ensemu. When it did emuno eye edusafua woye sinicheni na afenso eye Guinness World Record ye wode ne ho ehyemu bi ena wode ensem anase futuo ede bre Ghana emebunu no wo kire sei eye niam bi a wono mo eye no wonjire won ho se wobeye ni ye afenso wontade hyem ne waho siesiemu ni na no eno ebetimi aboa ama wobi etumi aka sempa anase bone ede aka won ho sanse empanimfo wa asem bi a woka ne se dia wosiesie ho no saa pepepe na manfo ebeka ensem ede afa ho eno nti edusafo a ne nsem a woka ene se wosere mebunu no nei wonhwe se wa ho siesie mu no ebekoyie pa na etimi aboa won mu ankasa wonda ache ne nsem bi a enipa bi eka ede fa won mu ho edusafo a wono ede ne ho eje eye Guinness World Record no emu bi a woye the longest speech by an individual woye 130 hours ya wono so etumi bone ho modern ewo saa afa no na ene edusafo de ensem aba betudwa ni nano akwakoye efutusem ya wode ma emebunu no wosere pa san sedi ewiase no esifa ekọ ene entade hyemu sedi emebunu bi esifa ehye won tade no wosere se won munye ni yie no obi hu wo mo a anase wo hia wo mo a wetimi aka sempa ede afa won mo ho afe yankwa mahudo ensemo Yatwaso wo amahudu nsemudia na basabasa ya ekoso eye October 7 no ena ababeto jase empanifo wo United Nations aye nhwehwemu ede afa ho wono ekire se abededi se enipa dodo na ene wode won ho ehye eye attack ni mu enam so ema we hosema na se woye ne eto wo man no eno nti sabre de wono mo bo won ho modin bia se wonsa ebetumi akasa nkofo no na emra no ene wono medi no nyonyonyo
Works Agency for Palestine Refugees in the Near East, UNRWA, regarding allegations of their involvement in the armed attacks of the 7th of October 2023 in southern Israel. OIOS made findings in relation to each of the 19 UNRWA staff members alleged to have been involved in the attacks. In one case, no evidence was obtained by OIOS to support the allegations of the staff members' involvement, while in 9 other cases, the evidence obtained by OIOS was insufficient to support the staff members' involvement. With respect to these 10 cases, appropriate measures will be taken in due course in conformity with UNRWA regulations and rules. In respect of the remaining 9 cases, the evidence obtained by OIOS indicated that the UNRWA staff members may have been involved in the armed attacks of the 7th of October 2023. The employment of these individuals will be terminated in the interests of the agency.
Ctv Ghana's #1 enumerable Lateafa Akuffo yede ebrewo no eha na mebema kwan na yede esi ansana no yenhwe ensem ba ko mienu bia edi akotene Yadeba somo se mampeni na nadodankwa ekufuado ekyere se December 7 abatoɔ no wɔbɛyɛ na famudie bia ɛde nhyehyɛ yahodoɔ eguampon so a ɛbɛyɛ asomdwe kwan so. NDC Amanyokuo no frankatufo enkane mampeni John Dramani Mahama ekyere se ejapade document ya ɛbɛtɔ montene so a wɔno mu kyerɛ se o de wɔ mu nyinaa no nokura bie nim no wono de wonjindi kra woko yakodwedie ensem emu eho ena cocoa board penny ede etonsa ede afre eyankwankre se wono mo emfa won ho enji cocoa processing dwumedie no emu bie Obi maso October 7 etututuo ni basabasa ya ekoso no ena UN4 aye enhwehwemu aba betodwa se enipa bi ena na wono mo ehyase Kasiebo no esi ebusanfo wa otwayen Facebook YouTube my Ctv GHB yeni eso enumere musomfo yeme Lateafa Akuffo madawase amaumo enisha makrao